Hi guys, welcome to Arina's talk. Yeah, so this is my time to talk with you. Anyways, I wanted to talk about infidelity today actually, but during my research I discovered something else, and it went kind of like a light bulb, just like this in my head, and I had to drop that subject for a little bit, maybe another day. So I'm still working on it. This one is more important right now. Why is important? Because it's a very I see not just me, but I see a lot of people going through this, and I wonder, why do we do this? So why do we choose the type of people? I mean, why do we have a certain type of people that we end up with? um, my dad asked me one time. He said, I know why you seem to be going with the same type of people even though they're not good for you. It's just like you're picking up one person. It has a different name and a different face, but it's the same type of relationship. You not happy, you have the same issues, and you're running in circles over and over. It just seems like the same drama, same thing going on. And my response to him was, it's not what I'm looking for. Because I do know what happened in my past relationships, and I'm trying to avoid that. And I'm definitely not going for the same physical attraction, for the same jobs, or the same background. I don't do that. What I'm attracted to personally, a person who is outgoing, because we do seem to tend to be attracted to the same type of personality. So I like somebody who's outgoing because I like people, and I like to make people feel good and feel happy, and I want somebody who likes people, who's not just I would not want to be with somebody who is antisocial or just blatantly hateful. And I also like to learn things, and I want to learn from my partner. So if somebody who is smart or has a very interesting job, interesting to me, I would definitely find it in my criteria over there. Or I'm not attracted to people with money, for example. And that's a thing that maybe it would go to why, and maybe you're gonna realize even before I do. But yeah, but I like people who we kind of share the same thing. So for me, it's like teamwork, and everybody's doing the same thing, and nobody's gonna show off as they're better than me, or that I'm better than them, or stuff like that. I just want somebody. I'm looking for somebody who would think that we are equal in a sense, and we can grow together from then on, grow together. But this is the initial attraction. This is what I'm thinking about. Physical attraction, I don't know. I don't, like I was telling even my sister, like I don't like dating apps because I don't like going through pictures. I don't see the personality in the pictures, and I find that it's unfair because I know from my personal experience, some people are very good looking, but they have a very ugly personality, and automatically makes them ugly, right? Ugly personality, it means they think they're just the best, and nobody can compete with them, or they can get anybody they want, or just narcissistic type of personalities. And then you cannot see that in your dating apps, especially if they're narcissist. You can't even tell until after a couple weeks that person is a narcissist, unless you're trained to find that out and pretty much can tell from couple sessions not dating people. You find you think it's a session, only I do. I'm joking. I'm scaring people away. But couple dates, you pretty much you will realize if that person narcissistic or not. And that pretty much it for me. I don't like dating apps. I want just something normal where you just meet somebody and that person just start talking to you, normal. But right now, obviously, there's not. It works kind of hard, and I just have to experience or not. I've been single for 2 years, mainly because I've been dating on and off, but I realized that I still am going for the same type of people. So that's why my topic today, why do we go for the same type of people? So we choose people who remind us of our background, our childhood. We do consciously try to separate ourselves from the people from our background, from our childhood, especially if we have traumatic experiences. However, we forget that we have our unconscious brain, our subconscious, and that's the one that actually runs the show most of time, 95% of times. Like, how many times are we unconscious? Like, probably right now I said something to you and you maybe just realized just a couple words and you automatically went in your thoughts, and your unconscious just stays there and observes everything. Your unconscious just can observe everything like 360 degrees. Because with all the senses, it records all that. But when we meet somebody, we see that person and like, oh, I want to make sure this person does not fit the same criteria as the person that I had before. So we have to make sure it doesn't even look like that person. Maybe he's funnier, maybe he's smarter, So, yep, this is a guy or this is a girl, maybe she's sexy or not so sexy anymore, because the one that was sexy before, she was, she hurt your feelings before. So you consciously pick something that would make a difference. However, unconsciously, as soon as this person starts talking to you and you kind of have this conversation, you kind of start getting to know each other just little bits, your dopamine and serotonin takes, just start producing. And the dopamine is the one that gives you this feeling of euphoria, it's, you don't know this, but you feel like love at first sight. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. However, your unconscious brain is happy because this is something familiar. So it's giving you the dopamine. Good job, you did a good job. This is familiar, I like it. And the serotonin is gonna run and it's gonna take 65% of your day to think about this person. So it's gonna take all your thoughts away, all your worries away, and all you have is this person in your mind, thanks to serotonin. So now you are pretty much hooked on this person. But why though? If, for example, you grew up where you had control over your situation, your childhood, most of the times, maybe you took care of your family, your mother, maybe you don't have a father or, the other parent or mom. But if you were pretty much the head of the household, so you're probably the oldest one, took care of your siblings or any of those situations, so you were in control. Now with that, you're gonna take this behavior and you apply it in your relationship. So you're gonna pretty much feel attracted to people who are more submissive. Even though if this person, for example, seems to be independent, however, by you start talking to her or him, you would realize it's submissive, and you can automatically feel attracted to that person. Dopamine and serotonin gives you the thumbs up, and you go for this person. This is the one. And that because you grew up like that. If this person, however, seems maybe is changing in the relationship and is becoming less submissive, you're not going to like it. However, if you listen to this, please pay attention to how you're feeling, why you're feeling this way. If you're gonna start running, with other people, or cheating on your spouse or on your girlfriend or your boyfriend, or just being unfaithful, is because you're still looking for somebody to control, for somebody to give you more attention, all the attention, and to tell you how amazing and awesome and great you are, or to give you even the freedom that you need. Because as somebody, you grew up as even you're in control, however, you also have more freedom. I mean, you can do whatever you want. People listen to you. They ask you advice and all that stuff. So you mature faster, right? So to say. So you need more freedom. That's why you would always need more freedom in your in your relationships too. Usually a submissive person will give you that freedom. Until that submissive person is like, no, I don't want to be like that anymore. I want to tell me where you are and all that stuff. So, and then everything goes not according to your plan. You're not gonna like it. If, for example, you grew up being unloved or feeling unattractive, you could end up with people who would give you the same feelings. For example, you go and meet somebody who you think they're much better looking than you would ever dream to be with. Somebody that is that good looking, and they know it, they're better looking than you, and they get more attention than you, and they make it obvious to you that you're lucky to have somebody like them and all that stuff. So you would tend up to be with somebody who would give you these familiar feelings back, familiar from your background, from your childhood. And obviously that's not good news for the relationship. I mean, not for relationship, but for you. And another one, if your needs were not met as a child, you tend to be with somebody who you would feel that you have to chase, because as a child you grew up, you're not good enough, you weren't taken care of, and now you're gonna only be attracted to people who you feel a need to chase, people who are emotional unavailable. For example, people who just got out of relationships. So obviously these people need breaks, right? Because people that break up, they tend to just want to be by themselves for a little bit, for a while. They're not ready for a relationship. So you would want to be with that type of person. Not want to be, but you would chase that person. Or you attracted to people who are in relationships. For example, married people engaged people, or who are still in a relationship, right? So people who there's no way you'd be in a relationship with that person. I mean, you chase because they have to give you the feeling that your needs are not going to be fulfilled, because this is how you are familiar with. So we tend to seek to create the same emotional climate from the past, and that's the two things that Esther Perel, I kind of grabbed from her TED Talks today. She said something. There are two types of people that come out from their childhood. Ones who need freedom, and the other ones who need a sense of security, dependency. So it's just based on our needs. We think when our childhood created the way it did, we believe this is it, this is who we are, this is nothing we can do about it. However, it's not true. We can break the cycle, because it's doable, and you would not want to stay in a relationship with somebody who constantly brings you feelings that you wanted to let go of when you left, when you all grew. You're not the child anymore, so we think. But we have a chance that we should change that. And the way we can change it is, for example, you go and meet somebody, and if you're a shy person and that person is very aggressive into wanting to get to know you and want to be with you and just really, chasing you, you should not be with that person, because that's exactly the type of person that you always tend to go after. And obviously that's a cycle that you should break. You should go for somebody who's equally invested, not going all the way in, because obviously that's not gonna end up good. Or if for example we tend to be very outgoing and very, just want my freedom and just want this and this, and I don't want to be lashed on to, I don't want to be caged in. I just want to enjoy my freedom until whenever. You should not go for people who need the dependency, who want to control you, because that's why you don't want anymore. You don't want to be controlled, right? And we can tell by the person who wants to control us. However, we seem to be attracted to these people, and then we're very unhappy. We even go out of relationship, we cheat and so on. So it's good to pay attention to these traits, meaning write it down. For example, I write down the type of personalities that I was dating, right? The people that are emotional, unavailable. So I'm gonna write down all that, and maybe you figured out why I'm attracted to people who are emotional, unavailable. Obviously, for my childhood, if you listen to my previous video, where I have not gotten enough enough love and care, so now I'm gonna be with somebody who is just emotional as my childhood was, and so on. But probably you're gonna start learning more about me than I'm gonna know about you. But that's okay, because I want you to take this and apply it to yourself as well. And as I'm working on myself, learning these things and figure these things out, I wanted you to learn with me, because if it helps me, it definitely should help you. Like for example, now I'm not looking for people who are emotional, I mean who are hard to get, or like for me they're like hell no, no, like it will be definitely not even a second chance there, not even a first chance there. There will be no chances. I'll make 100% sure that person is not in a relationship, if or they'll be single for a while and stuff like that. I want to break that cycle because I want to learn something new, right? I want to learn what's good for me. Not some. It doesn't have to be familiar. So we have to break that. We have to erase all the memories, not memories, but that behavior. We have to relearn it, and it takes time, and that's okay because we are most important, and we need to take that time to learn and try to be happy with our relationships and enjoy this life. You know, there's people for us, people who match us, people who want to be with us, and we don't have to be in complicated relationships or so unhappy and then trying to figure out why though. I don't understand why I'm like this, or I don't understand why I want this and not that. And but now you know. It is your past. It is your mother, it is your father, it is your uncle, your aunt. So we tend to be with people who remind us of our past, familiar face, familiar personalities. But make that personality to be somebody who is good for you, not somebody who did something bad for you or who would break you even further. You don't deserve that. You deserve to be happy and loved and cared for. Okay? So until next time, please do read and look for Esther Perel. She's a psychiatrist, and she has books and all that stuff. And like I said, she's amazing and she's definitely helpful. So yeah, that's it for me. Until next time, bye guys. Love you.